Welcome in the world of coin collecting. Few pieces hold as much intrigue and value as the 1999 Jefferson nickel, a coin that not only captures history in its design but also carries with it a staggering value that has left many collectors stunned. Picture this, a simple nickel, carrying a face value of just 5 cents, yet some of its rare variations have fetched bids in the millions. How could something so unassuming turn into a treasure worth over $26 million? From the moment the first nickel was minted, the Jefferson series has been a captivating journey, showcasing everything from political history to changes in design that reflect the era in which they were struck. It all began in 1938, when the U.S. Mint decided to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, who was also a staunch advocate for individual liberties and democracy. His image graced the obverse of the nickel, a decision that was not only politically motivated but also artistic, aimed at reflecting the values of an emerging nation. Yet, the 1999 Jefferson nickel is not merely a tribute to a founding father, it embodies a story filled with twists, turns, and surprises that have become legendary in the coin collecting community. But what makes this specific year so special? Well, as we delve deeper, we find that in 1999, amidst the usual minting process of these nondescript nickels, a handful of errors slipped through the cracks, introducing a rarity that collectors refer to as a good find in a sea of everyday coins. The story takes a fascinating turn when we address the factors that contribute to the value of these coins. The 1999 nickel underwent a design change in the late 90s, and this transition created an opportunity for a series of unintentional errors. Among these were the infamous full steps varieties, which are nickels with an exceptionally detailed depiction of Monticello on the reverse side. Coins that exhibit such detail are highly sought after and can command extremely high prices among seasoned collectors. But even more surprising is the existence of the proof and uncirculated versions of the 1999 nickel, which stand apart from their regular counterparts mainly due to their sheen and quality. As you follow this narrative, have you ever pondered the journey a coin takes from the mint to a collector or dealer? It traverses through time, changing hands, and more importantly, influencing the economies and cultures wherever it lands. The market for such collectibles can be unpredictable, yet the search for treasure continues as passionately as ever. How do people uncover these rare varieties? Some by chance, others through extensive research, and the most dedicated spend countless hours poring over catalogs and attending coin shows to hunt down that elusive piece of history. Each nickel is a small testament to not only the artistry of American currency but also serves as a window into a world where history, art, and economics intersect. So why should you care about a mere nickel when there are countless more valuable items on the market? Because this nickel represents a story, historical narrative that reveals the economic cycles, trends in art and culture, and even the changing values of society. What does it teach us about investment and the true worth of seemingly mundane objects? Furthermore, for anyone interested in the world of collectibles, the 1999 Jefferson nickel serves as a prime example of why it's essential to educate oneself, to appreciate the minutiae, and to understand what makes certain items hold their worth over time. Have you ever held a coin or a collectible that sparked your interest in history or economics? Engaging with these objects allows individuals to connect with the past, preserving stories that would otherwise be lost to time. And as our quest deepens into the layers of the 1999 Jefferson nickel, it becomes clear that this miniature masterpiece is more than just metal, it's an artifact, a conversation starter, and an investment that continues to appreciate as time unfolds. Intrigued yet? As we continue to peel back the layers of this fascinating numismatic enigma, consider this. What if you had a coin that not only represents a chapter of American history but could also impact your financial future dramatically? What would you do with that knowledge? Perhaps it's time to start examining your pocket change a little more closely because you never know when you might discover a hidden jewel among the sea of coins that flood our everyday lives. The more you learn about these artifacts, the more like a treasure hunt it becomes. The thrill lies in the unpredictable nature of what discoveries await. The beauty is that anyone can partake in this adventure. Are you ready to explore the realm of coin collecting, where history, passion, and potential profit collide? Now, as we approach the end of our exploration into the astonishing realm of the 1999 Jefferson nickel, remember that every collector has their own unique journey, each coin tells its own story, and the hunt for that elusive piece of history can captivate you in ways you never anticipated. If you found value in this story, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join us as we dive deeper into the world of collectibles, uncovering more secrets from the vaults of history, where every clang of metal echoes tales of yesteryear and whispers promises of tomorrow. Next, imagine for a moment that you find a coin, a simple 1-cent piece, just lying there, perhaps in the corner of your attic or beneath a dusty old couch, seemingly worthless, a mundane relic of everyday life. But what if I told you that this particular coin could actually be worth millions? Yes, it's true. In 1995, a very rare 1-cent coin made its way into the hands of collectors and enthusiasts alike, a coin so unique and rare that its value has skyrocketed to a staggering $26 million. Intrigued? You should be. This isn't just a tale of numismatic fortune, it's a testament to how a single piece of copper can redefine perceptions of value and rarity, shaped by history, market demand, and the stories of those who come into contact with such an extraordinary artifact. The journey of this 1-cent coin begins like any other. In the mid-1990s, the U.S. Mint was filled with excitement and anticipation as they were gearing up to produce new minting processes. However, a simple error occurred, something few would have noticed at the time, that would ultimately lead to the creation of a coin that would become a sensation in both the collecting world and beyond. Mint employees were tasked with experimenting with different engravings and striking methods, and while most of these coins would never leave the mint, one very particular coin slipped through the cracks. This 1-cent coin bore the date of 1995 and an error, a mistake that transformed it into the holy grail of modern numismatic history. The coin was meant to be a standard penny, but due to a minting flaw, it was stamped with the image of President Abraham Lincoln, and then later struck with a rare error that made it distinct from all its counterparts. Fast forward to some years later, this particular penny was sold at auction for an astonishing $26 million, sending ripples through the coin collecting community and capturing the attention of both expert numismatists and casual collectors alike. It begs a question, doesn't it? What makes a simple 1-cent coin worth more than a brand new luxury vehicle or even a modest home? It's interesting how society has built value on rarity and the historical context surrounding artifacts. A coin's worth is defined not just by its materials, but by its story, its origins, its journey, and the hands it has passed through over the years. We live in a world where now, more than ever, people are discovering the treasures hidden within their homes, in their change jars, and at local thrift shops, all laced with the possibility of uncovering something truly remarkable. Imagine rummaging through a box of old belongings, dust motes dancing in sunlight, and stumbling upon an object that could change your life forever. What would you do? Would you take it to an expert or risk selling it online? The choice could be the difference between casual cleaning and unimaginable wealth. The story doesn't just end with one buyer, it touches countless others too, those who have invested time, money, and their enthusiasm into the world of coin collecting. These individuals dedicate their lives to be on the lookout for rare opportunities, meticulously researching and evaluating each prospective piece. They know that like art, the value of coins can appreciate based on culture, historical significance, or unexpected demand. The buzz surrounding the 1995 1-cent coin example illustrates that the world of coin collecting is vibrant, filled with unending stories of discovery, competition, and sometimes, heartbreak. Just imagine the owner who was lucky enough to hold that coin when it was still under the radar. Perhaps they were a regular person who didn't realize the rarity of what they had, or maybe they were a seasoned collector who understood their find's destiny. It's fascinating how small moments can culminate into life-altering events, moments of serendipity that strike when we least expect them. With the world of coin collecting constantly evolving, there's a race to own historical artifacts that mark significant changes within society and culture. How does one even begin to value such a thing? How do we weigh the past against consumer culture's fascination with the present? With countless tales of treasures hidden in plain sight, stories can emerge from every pocket, purse, or drawer, waiting for the right moment to be told. One person's overlooked penny could represent the blend of economics, nostalgia, and history, challenging our understanding of value. The eagerness to seek out the next big find fuels a community that thrives on curiosity, exploration, and the potential to reshape one's financial future through an understanding of the market. This isn't just a pastime for the rich or those with a penchant for history. This is available for anyone willing to look closely at what they might have, or what treasures might just be waiting to be discovered at their local flea market. Would you dare take a chance on a seemingly mundane item? Perhaps you could find a forgotten treasure worth generations of stories waiting to emerge from the depths of obscurity. With knowledge comes power, and in the case of the 1995 1-cent coin, it's emblematic of how something as commonplace as a penny could turn the notion of financial independence on its head. We are all on a quest for knowledge. How can we learn what to look for? Can a simple understanding of rarity lead to a lifetime of adventures? The thrill of the chase, the allure of uncovering riches hidden in plain sight, is part of what keeps collectors buzzing with excitement, fueled by the possibility of finding that next piece that could elevate their entire collection to new heights. Think of how stories ripple through generations, the grandparents who spoke of adventures in searching for coins, or the young enthusiasts sharing tales of the one rare find that sent everyone in a frenzy. In a sense, every coin tells its own story, each one a witness to time past and history made, and therein lies the beauty of collecting. For some, it may be about the thrill of the hunt; for others, it's about the legacy they wish to build or the financial stability they hope to secure. As you explore what feels valuable to you, whether you're soaring high on the wings of hope or steadied by the ground of reality, the beauty of the coin collecting community shines bright through its passion for history, connection, and camaraderie. Inquire about the 1995 1-cent specimen, and you'll start to see the community engage deeper, sharing their passion and insights, while weaving tales reminiscent of a medieval treasure hunt. So, as you watch this video, reflect: where do you see value? From a collector's perspective, it's about understanding the market and making informed decisions, while for others, it's remembering the tales of their childhood that lead them to ask bigger questions about worth, legacy, and history. If you're fascinated and on this journey with me, let's uncover together what it means to understand value, where it comes from, and how it can be as dynamic as the world around us, embracing the stories behind every piece, every collector, and every journey. Together, we can delve into the unseen treasure troves in our lives, those nuggets of history waiting to be unveiled. Are you ready to embark on this journey? What could your next find hold for you? As we close this intriguing chapter, I invite you to reflect on the world of the unexplored and the stories that lie beneath the surface. If you enjoyed this dive into the numismatic world and want to stay updated on more astonishing tales of discovery and value, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a single story. Thank you for joining this captivating journey with us, where every coin can be a door to the extraordinary. The adventure doesn't end here. Let it encourage you to look closely at the little things, because who knows what kind of value lies just beneath the surface of everyday life. Until next time, happy hunting. Next, in 2021, an extraordinary piece of history emerged to capture the fascination of coin collectors, historians, and enthusiasts alike: the 1894 Barber dime, a coin that, despite its modest appearance, carries an astonishing valuation of $26 million, a sum that leaves even the most seasoned numismatists in awe. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that not only represents a fraction of a dollar but embodies a story of rarity, intrigue, and the pursuit of extraordinary wealth that transcends generations. How could something so small, crafted over a century ago, be worth more than the average American home? This tale begins in 1894, during a time when minting practices were evolving, and the little silver dime became both currency and collector's item, with only a mere 24 of these dimes produced that year in the San Francisco Mint due to a special request from a prominent figure. But why were so few made? What factors contributed to its limited availability, and how did this particular coin become a sought-after piece of art rather than mere currency? Picture a bustling San Francisco in the late 19th century, where gold rushes and economic booms created a backdrop for this tiny piece of silver to slip through the cracks of history, resting in drawers and collections, often overlooked until its true value began to surface. Can you imagine the journey of this dime as it changed hands over the years, moving through the pockets of everyday citizens, before eventually being discovered by astute collectors? The quest for these rare coins can often feel like a treasure hunt, filled with expert knowledge, intuition, and a sprinkle of luck, and in a world where every coin tells a story, the 1894 Barber dime stands out as a vital chapter in the annals of American currency. When was the last time a mundane-looking coin caught your eye at a flea market or a garage sale? Have you ever considered the possibilities hidden within seemingly ordinary objects? Each coin carries its own narrative, but none quite like this one, which once belonged to the infamous coin collector and dealer, Q. David Bowers. As pieces of family history intermingled with greed and the allure of unparalleled wealth, the 1894 dime was not just an item of interest, it became a beacon for collectors, igniting a frenzy that led to heated auctions and passionate debates among aficionados. What drives people to seek out coins from decades or even centuries past? Is it the chance of unearthing a hidden fortune, or is it simply the love for history and craftsmanship that fuels this obsession? Delve deeper into the world of coin collecting, where each scratch and dent tells a story of its journey, of the hands that carefully traded it and the value assigned to it over time. As this remarkable dime found itself at the center of controversy, the question arose, how does a coin appreciate to such an unbelievable value? Could its worth be attributed solely to its rarity, or do other nuanced factors play into its astronomical price tag, causing even the faintest whispers of its existence to echo with the promise of untold riches? The allure of the 1894 Barber dime provides a vivid window into the intricate tapestry of the American economic narrative, intertwining stories of innovation, craftsmanship, and the dynamics of fortune that can turn something as ordinary as a dime into a multi-million-dollar investment. Picture the moment when the first auction took place, bidders eagerly raising their paddles, adrenaline pulsing through the air as each bid escalated, building a suspenseful crescendo that left onlookers riveted, their breath caught in suspense as each increment edged closer to what many considered an unfathomable sum. There's something thrilling about placing that perfect bid and knowing that you now possess a piece of history that once lay dormant, hidden in plain sight while unaware that it would one day become a crowning jewel in the collection of the highest bidders. What might have happened if one of these coins had slipped through time unrecognized? Would it have altered the course of its existence, or would it have still found its way back into the hands of someone destined to recognize its true worth? As we maneuver through the complex web of coin grading and market trends, the intrinsic relationship between collectors and their prized possessions becomes increasingly apparent, every scar, detail, and mark telling a story that adds to the coin's allure. In a society driven by consumerism, what does it mean to hold a piece of currency that holds the possibility of making you a millionaire? The juxtaposition is striking. How do we assign value to something that once had none? The answering of these profound questions draws us deeper into the world of coin collecting, where the past brushes against our present, and every coin exudes its mystery. Why does this article of currency resonate so strongly with our modern aspirations? In a culture obsessed with wealth and status, could the pursuit of something as historic as the 1894 Barber dime serve as a reminder of what true value means beyond mere price tags? Through its spins in the marketplace and its repeated sales at staggering figures, it weaves not only a tale of financial gain but also a portrait of how we, as a society, come to regard objects of historical significance, pushing us to ponder if perhaps there are countless stories buried in other coins waiting to be unearthed. What would it be like to rediscover a coin in your attic that held the potential to change your life, challenging you to recall the words, "One man's trash is another man's treasure"? Venture with me into this enchanting world of numismatics. It's more than just a hobby, it's an adventure through history itself, one dime at a time. For every dull coin that gets overlooked, there hides an opportunity for discovery, and amid the clinking sound of currency exchanges, we learn that the value we perceive often reveals so much more about us as individuals, our passions, our choices, and our dreams. So as we delve into the incredible story of the 1894 Barber dime, prepare to be captivated, challenged, and maybe even inspired to take a closer look at the coins in your own pocket. Remember, hidden wealth may be closer than you think. If you've enjoyed our journey through this captivating world of rare coins, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more thrilling stories from history that might just change your perspective on the value of the ordinary. As we conclude this riveting exploration, let us reflect, what hidden treasures lie beneath the surface of the world around us? What stories are waiting to be told, just like the magnificent tale of the 1894 Barber dime? Always remember, history is more than what's written in books. Sometimes, it's contained within the artifacts we hold dear. So stay curious, dig deep into your own history, and who knows what remarkable discoveries await you in your very own back pocket. Thank you for joining this incredible journey. Until next time. Next to another exciting episode where today we delve deep into an extraordinary story that begins with a seemingly ordinary object, the 2016 one-dime coin, yet holds a value that astonishes even the most seasoned numismatists, a face value of $26 million. Imagine that. A tiny piece of currency that fits perfectly in your pocket but is worth more than most houses, more than many people's life savings, a true treasure within the vast realm of currency collecting. As we embark on this journey, prepare yourself for twists and turns, unexpected revelations, and the kind of suspense that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Have you ever considered what makes certain coins so valuable? Is it the rarity, the history behind it, or perhaps a unique story woven into its existence? Think back to when you last searched through your change. Did you ever consider that one of those unassuming coins could be worth a fortune? This specific dime has become the focal point of intense debate and intrigue within collector circles and beyond. It represents not just monetary wealth, but the historical significance it carries, a window into the past, the minting processes, and the tales of those who came before us. Each strike of the coin, each blemish, each detail tells a story, and in the case of this dime, that story is nothing short of spectacular. Now, you might ask yourself, where exactly did this enormous valuation come from? What makes it stand out from the countless other coins minted over the years? So, let's trace back to its origin, set against the backdrop of a time when coins were the cornerstone of everyday transactions, yet today we swipe cards and transfer balances with a click. The fight for this dime began in an era rich with history and tumult, where each coin could potentially be a part of significant moments that shaped the nation. Coins like these were not just currency, they were tools of commerce and symbols of freedom, and this particular dime encapsulates that in ways few can comprehend. Picture yourself in the bustling streets of 2016, surrounded by the aroma of food carts and the chatter of everyday life, and there you are, pocketing your change from a brief encounter at the local cafe, oblivious to the monumental significance of this dime, a coin that's been recognized not just for what it is, but for what it represents, a unique opportunity for anyone lucky enough to possess it. Intrigued yet? You should be. The fascinating tale of this dime does not end with its remarkable valuation, it actually unfolds beautifully through the lens of minor details that ultimately became vital to its story. It invites us to look deeper into what makes some items historically significant. What is it about this dime that invokes such excitement, such urgency within the community of collectors? Perhaps it lies in the specific minting error that transforms it from a simple dime into a market dynamo. You see, in coin collecting, it's often the very mistakes that resonate most deeply with collectors, and this particular coin with its unique minting characteristics resonates powerfully, drawing collectors into a frenzy. It's a captivating saga of how a mistake transformed into an incredible opportunity can lead to financial liberation for some and create an elusive enigma for others. What if I told you that when the news broke about the valuation of this dime, communities ignited with excitement, conversations packed with passion about numismatics, and imaginations lit up with dreams of untapped financial freedom? How many of us would be willing to search through our coins lying around at home or visit our local coin dealers after hearing this? This is a golden opportunity to turn the mundane into the extraordinary. However, amid the excitement, potential pitfalls await those who dare to dive into this world unprepared. Who wouldn't want a piece of history? The thrill of collecting such rare items carries with it not only the allure of wealth but the responsibility of authenticity, careful research, and a deeply rooted passion. The very nature of the coin, while simple in appearance, leads to profound discussions about value, scarcity, and the evolution of currency in our society over the years. As we peel back the layers of this remarkable 2016 dime, it becomes increasingly clear that its value transcends mere monetary worth. It represents an enduring legacy, intertwining stories of collectors, investors, historians, and dreamers alike who yearn for a tangible link to the fabric of history. So, have you ever wondered about the stories of those people who've stumbled upon similar treasures? Who sat down with a cup of coffee and found themselves unwittingly holding a fortune in their hands? What would you do if you were in their shoes? How would your life change? Food for thought, right? Because behind each extraordinary discovery lies patience, serendipity, and an earnest understanding that what might seem inconsequential could hold the key to unlocking vast riches. And just as we think we're nearing the end of this incredible tale, we find that the journey is just beginning. Who knew that the exploration of one single dime could lead us through intricate networks of treasure hunters, online auctions, whispers of disputes among collectors, and the emergence of technology impacting the way we perceive value today? It's an intricate tapestry that continuously unfolds. Imagine not just the excitement of discovery, but the sheer thrill of bidding wars that ensue when such coins hit the auction block. Picture energetic crowds gathered with hearts racing, filled with anticipation and excitement, aware that what is up for bid could very well be the chance of a lifetime. In auctions, a piece like this can fetch prices exceeding imagination, almost as if the coin acts as a portal to a world where dreams come true and fortunes are won. Yet, it's imperative to remember that with every opportunity comes a story of risk, a cautionary tale that exists parallel to its allure. Counterfeits lurk in the shadows. Individuals desperate for quick gain often attempt to mimic authenticity, creating a fragile landscape where due diligence is paramount. And so we delve deeper, not just into the kind of excitement that this dime can garner, but into the importance of understanding the nuances of coin collecting itself, a world rich with community, history, and lessons to be learned, where knowledge is the greatest currency of all. The dialogue surrounding our 2016 coin becomes a perfect example of why education is critical. The more you learn about historical context, the intricate details of design and minting, and the current market trends, the better equipped you are to navigate this thrilling yet often perilous landscape. With that said, ask yourself, are you prepared to dive into this world headfirst? As we draw closer to concluding our features on this dime, its journey marks a pivotal chapter not just in the world of numismatics, but within broader discussions about value, legacy, and passion. What do you think lies ahead? Will this coin retain its astonishing value, or will it succumb to the natural ebb and flow of the market? Are there other hidden treasures awaiting discovery in places you least expect? So many questions arise, yet each answer propels us further into this mesmerizing journey, inviting us to explore the depths of our curiosity and open our minds to the endless possibilities that surround us. As we wrap up today's exploration into the wonder of this specific dime, we hope that you found inspiration along the way. Perhaps it sparked thoughts beyond currency, a reminder that every seemingly insignificant object holds potential and history waiting to be unveiled. Remember that as you go about your daily lives, that treasure might just be lurking in your pocket or among your belongings, urging you to take a closer look. The world is filled with stories waiting to be told, and today we merely scratched the surface of this captivating journey. If you enjoyed this exploration into the fascinating realm of currency and its hidden treasures, we encourage you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join our community for more exciting tales that transcend time, offering you valuable insights into things that shape our lives today and tomorrow. Until next time, keep looking for those treasures, for who knows what remarkable stories lie waiting to be discovered. Next in 2007, a story emerged that would captivate coin collectors and numismatists alike, centering around a dime that seemed ordinary at first glance but held extraordinary value, a single 10-cent piece that carried with it a history that spanned decades, a story of curiosity and fate that could lead to millions. Imagine holding a coin worth upwards of $26 million, it's astonishing, isn't it? What if I told you this wasn't a tall tale but a reality tied to just one specific dime, that of 1894, yes, a mint-sealed masterpiece that few people ever laid eyes upon, and that became a symbol of treasure hunting in the world of numismatics. But how did this unassuming dime morph into a jewel of extraordinary worth, and what treasure hunters, collectors, and enthusiasts went to great lengths to uncover its mysteries? Picture this, a bustling San Francisco in the late 19th century, a time when the United States was quickly growing, yet each mint produced coins that were merely meant for circulation, with the 1894 S being minted in a paltry quantity of just 24. What ignited the legend surrounding this rare coin? It all started with the decision by the U.S. Mint to produce only a handful of these dimes, primarily for distribution among officials and a close circle of wealthy collectors. Have you ever considered how a small supply could lead to an overwhelming demand? As you ponder this, let's unravel the stories of those who sought this dime, igniting deep curiosity and urgency in the hearts of many. Fast forward to the late 20th century when a significant find changed everything. One of the dimes turned up in the hands of an unsuspecting family who had inherited a collection of coins from a relative with dubious origins. Imagine the moment they discovered the value of what they held, launching them into a whirlwind of excitement intertwined with anxiety, as the rarity of this coin began to dawn upon them. What would you do if you held currency valued beyond what you could ever dream? As the tale unfurled, the rarity of the 1894 dime drew in professional graders who compared it to others within their extensive collections, marking subtle differences and noting their history as paramount to ensuring their authenticity. Could this coin be the crowning gem in their collection? And here's where intrigue thickens. Only 9 of these dimes are known to exist today, with even fewer of them in excellent condition, leading to intense debates within the community about the rightful owner of this historical relic. All this while disbelievers and skeptics thrived, suggesting that the value was exaggerated, clouding the minds of the potential new owners with doubt. Yet, as individuals began to auction these rare coins, crackling energy filled airwaves and social media platforms alike, as estimates soared, and people wondered how the little dime might find itself within prestigious showcases and museum displays. Could you imagine being challenged to sell or hold on to such a rare piece of art and history? Each buyer shared tales of personal encounters that somehow entwined their life story with the fate of this gem, where happenstance met destiny in a grand dance of chance, surrounding a modest piece of coinage that stirred powerful emotions tethered to heritage and value. As arguments arose surrounding the legitimacy of particular dimes and the intentional fakes flooding the marketplace, an unyielding desire to battle fraud took form, leading to an enlightening community of coin lovers who remained ever watchful, striving to protect their passionate hobby from unscrupulous individuals. Just sitting on the edge of conspiracy, did you ever think how the initial creation of these coins might have been orchestrated for something beyond mere commerce? The overlying question remained, did these elusive mints symbolize a hope in an ever-changing America, or were they simply pieces of cold currency produced to feed the engine of growth that was devouring the nation? As collectors invested not just their money but also their lifelong dreams into these coins, they began forging paths in search of the truth surrounding the whispers of the dime's past. And as the years rolled by, lesser-known players in the market emerged, each hoping to leave a mark on the rich tapestry of collectibles surrounding the rare 1894 dime, forging alliances, making adversaries, and unearthing various tales from within the coin community itself. Were these mere aspirations or strategies that could redefine the narrative of wealth and ownership? The suspense lingered, carrying profound implications for everyone involved in this unfolding drama in numismatic history. Now, let's take a moment to think about the identities hidden behind such treasures, from the original creators to the most recent owners. How their stories intersect with the fate of this famed dime indicates something larger at play, does it not? Returning to our timeline, it soon became evident that the 1894 dime had ignited more than mere interest. It sparked fiery debates, unraveling a thread that would weave through the tapestry of American culture, pushing generations into treasure hunting and igniting a frenzy that trickled down into the mainstream. Have you ever pursued something so passionately that it transformed your very outlook on life? Now, think about attaining a coin that immortalizes that passion while simultaneously holding layers of interpretation and personal meaning beyond its numismatic value. What if I told you every person pursuing this dime was chasing something more profound? Each exchange, auction, and transaction became a story in itself, a reflection of human ambition, desire, art, and the eternal quest for connection to something greater than oneself. As we spiral ever closer to the present, technology has reshaped how collectors and enthusiasts engage, using digital platforms to verify, trade, and showcase these coins, revitalizing the industry into vivid existence. What are the implications when something as seemingly trivial as a dime evolves into a form of history alive with stories, every coin sizzling with potential tales yet to be told? With shifts in provenance acknowledgement, authenticity measures, and strong community cohesion, Could the conversation surrounding collecting have transformed beyond simple monetary value into something philosophical that tugs on the values we hold dear as humans? As we dissected the nuances, the deeper value of the 1894 dime emerges, a vibrant embodiment of the human spirit, resolute in the face of generational challenges and the dance of history, always intent on teaching new lessons about oneself. So, as we come to the end of this extraordinary tale woven around a single coin that transcends time and monetary judgment, just remember, from humble beginnings arise grand stories that accrue significance with every turn, never truly discounting the small or the mundane. They may carry more worth than anyone could ever fathom. Now, before I wrap up, if this exploration into the past, present, and future of the remarkable 1894 dime resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation alive, ensuring that every story worth telling has a place within our shared human experience.